What's going on, everybody? So I wanted to come back today and talk about again the things that's happening, and I asked Ira Parker to come on with me. So I'm going to add Ira so that we can discuss what's popping, what's going on today. Hey, what's going on, Ira?
Hey, what's going on, Mama?
So I don't know if are we live? Okay, so
We live. We live right now.
Okay. So I wanted to get in quickly because I don't even want to be here long, but I just want to get your views as a man. I'm not going to ask you your age because that's not going to do that. But to me, you look like a younger man. And
I'm the same age as you. Put it that way.
Okay, we the same. Yeah. So we as Black people, we are obviously our people are being killed right now. And how does that affect you? First of all, I guess I will ask you, like, say you were in that position, God forbid, but you got pulled over by police right now where we're having protests and everything like that. How can you kind of give me a just describe how you would feel? Would you be afraid at this point in time? Being as though that most of the guys that are arrested right now, the cops are saying they're resisting arrest, and we see on video they're not resisting arrest. Wouldn't that make you want to resist, thinking that, okay, if I don't resist, it's possible I could be killed, I can become another one? Can you, like, how do you feel right now about what's going on as a Black man?
It's kind of hard when you actually, like, before all this, you kind of can do it. You just kind of comply, what everybody say, comply, do all that stuff. Hey, listen, do what you got to do, this, that, and the third, whatever. But me personally, I was fine until I seen these actual videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would try to, like, I seen it and see the news a day or two, then I watch it, and then that's when I got mad. So, like, now, if we, like, at this moment, if I was to get pulled over or anything like that, I'm gonna try to comply,
right?
Just as a male, and they are first of all, they're gonna profile you anyway.
Exactly.
So I'm not like a small man, like, you know what I'm saying. So when they look at you, they're already sizing you up,
right?
They see someone who they portray as young, strong, or whatever the case may be. They are already on the defense already,
right?
And you can tell when you size them up. I've been in this situation before. I get pulled over.
Right.
They'll size you up as soon as, or even if they look at your driver's license, they see it. Okay, he's 6'2", blah blah blah. Just whatever. And even if they're not, like, so-called scared, when you're around them, you feel it. You feel like they're just, like, you see it. Even if you handed them your registration or like anything like that, you see how scared they are.
Right. And that kind of translate into them being more aggressive, because we don't want to we show our fear becoming more, like, aggressive, because that's what I saw with that officer that came to Rayshard Brooks, the first officer. And I'm sorry to cut you off.
You good?
The first officer I saw, he was nice. He complied with Rayshard. Rayshard was obviously drunk. And the first officer that he spoke with, he came down towards Rayshard's level. It was when the second officer came, I saw that fear that
antagonizer.
Right. So is that what you're kind of describing about?
Fear?
You can see it. Okay.
It's a fear, because, like, even if you look at the video, I don't know how many. I saw a couple of versions. I saw a newer one than I seen last night. So I got a better. They have the one view where it's just the officer talking to the young man,
right?
And he's explaining to him every question. He's like, "Yes, how many drinks? I had 1, 2, whether whatever was in the drink." He kept on saying, "I had 2 drinks, or 1.5, or whatever." He asked him at the end, "Do you want to take a breathalyzer?" He told him, "Yeah," but he said, "I also could just walk home." So he at that point, he still wasn't, like, when I say scared, that nervous tension.
Right.
The nervous tension became when the officer came over, gave him the breathalyzer. And then my thing was this. At that point, I was waiting for the officer to say anything. We don't even know how drunk this man was.
Right.
Unless you have some more information that I don't know of. So he just gave him the breathalyzer and just said, and just went behind him. So like, what's the like what state was he in? I mean, there was in Georgia. That was in Georgia, so there's Atlanta. So we don't like. I don't know those laws. Every state has a different type of blood alcohol content. What was he? Was he below the? Was he right there? Was he so much above the alcohol, the blood alcohol, that you had to do that? You didn't explain nothing to him. You just went and cuffed him. So therefore, right there, at that point, right there, just saying how to answer the question is me. That's when you would get that. That's when you're giving off back that energy now. Yeah, like, dude, I'm talking to you. Right. You searched me already. I don't got no weapons. Yeah. I'm telling you the situation. You see my car is parked over there. You know, so that like so at this moment it's like you getting cuffed and stuff like that. You can give off that that energy, and you can start having anxiety. I don't know.
Right. Especially in this time right now where anxiety is at an all-time high for Black men, period. Yeah. I was looking at a video with Candace Owens. I'm learning so many different activists we have as Black people that I didn't even know of, which I'm very happy and proud of. There's a man named, what is his name? His name is I can't even think of his names right now.
You know more about pictures and stuff.
Right. I just follow him on Twitter. Of course, it's not coming now. It'll come to me. But he did an interview with Candace Owens. Candace Owens has been making comments about George Floyd. She had Trump retweeting. Well, Trump retweeted comments saying that he's not a hero. He doesn't understand why Black people are making. Did you see that? What Candace said? I don't support George Floyd. And she looked up. Yeah. With that, like, I guess I brought that up because I'm listening to what you're describing as like fear that we have, anxiety as Black people. Because now I see they're not just tackling and attacking Black men. They are going for Black women. I saw a couple Black women that could have been my mother and my grandmother, and an 18-year-old get punched in the face by a white man. I saw them get body slammed. So it's not just men anymore. So at that, to your point, and I have to say, I'm like that too. I'm not a punk, so small and everything. Like I'm telling my mom now and my family, we got to get weapons. Like we have to protect ourselves. But even in that matter, if we resist, we're in danger. If we don't resist, we're in danger. So I wanted to know how you felt right now in this current state. Somebody that every day look nice looking gentlemen at the same ages, or maybe these people were younger, 27 years old. I think Rayshard was 27.
Yeah,
so
27.
He's younger than us. So you know what I'm saying? It's just very hard. But to move on, because we're gonna talk about a couple things. Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin, I'm sure you know, but in case, of course, Derek Chauvin is the police officer that put his knee in George Floyd's neck and murdered him. One of the cops, the main one.
I'm gonna let you talk more because I try not to. When I think about him, I like to cuss a lot. And he just
go ahead and cuss, brother.
No, I'm saying, but go ahead. No, I'm just letting you know if I get a little hot about him.
Hell, cuss. It's worthy. So yeah, Derek Chauvin, I'm going to pull up this article. It's not a long article, but it talks about how he's rumored to have 1 million or more than $1 million of pension, and he's still entitled to his pension. Minnesota, you was talking about the laws, how they differ from state to state. Minnesota has it where even if you are guilty of crimes, you can still get your pension, except for like sexual assault. So he is eligible to get his pension that can be around $150 million. We finally got it. Those charges put on. We got him in the second. First, they gave him what did they give him? They gave him the 3rd degree. We went off. So they gave him the second degree murder charge.
That was actually good though.
Yeah, it is good. But when we do that, what do they do? Oh, we find out that he's still entitled to get his pension. His bail is set around $1.25 million. So within 5 years, he can probably get out, if not less, based on that systemic problem that we have. That's why I brought that up. Yeah. And what do you have to say while I look up an article?
Yeah, I don't know for sure if there's nothing you can do about that, but that's kind of like how OJ gets to keep his money.
Right.
Okay. Like so like he has a pension in the NFL, and he gets like $200,000 a year, right? And I'm only bringing this up as an example about those pensions. They kind of tight, like they're really tight. Even if you did something, bad, like it has to be something, because allegedly people kind of know what he did. Allegedly, we don't really know, but whatever. But that's why he can still live off a little bit of that, and the Brown family can't take that money. So that's why he don't work. If not, the only money that they can do is like if Chauvin, like the Derek Chauvin guy, if he let's say for some crazy reason he gets off, but see, they can sue him civilly too. So that's another thing. So
you are so in advance because the family is smart. The lawyer, the attorney, I think that's Crump. They are going to sue. They're suing. So take his pension. That's what I say.
I'm about to say it's different. Yeah.
I'm going to read a little bit of this article. The family of George Floyd will file a lawsuit. Here you go. See, against Derek Chauvin, the ex-Minnesota cop charged with killing him. Their lawyer said Floyd's family intends on holding Derek Chauvin fully accountable in every aspect, criminal and civil. Attorney Benjamin Crump told CNN, noting a philosophical shift is needed in police departments to cure systemic racism. Right. And that's what I was saying. It wasn't just the need of Derek Chauvin that killed George Floyd in Minneapolis. It was the need of the entire police department, because when you have that kind of culture and behavior of a police department, it is foreseeable that something like this is going to happen, he said. What did you say?
Oh, no, I was agreeing. I was just saying, just saying hello.
So, okay, gotcha. The lawsuit announcement comes a day after a report that Chauvin, 44, who is facing second-degree murder charges, could still receive more than $1 million in pension benefits during his retirement years if he is convicted. Anything you want to say about that? Let me move this. Oh, my fault. Hold on. I gotta get used to this. My bad. There you go.
My mic.
Let me unmute.
There you go. It's pretty much
everybody in the chat.
It's all right. We gonna get it. It's all right. We gonna get it.
Yeah, we gonna get it.
I mean, like me kind of knowing that's what they're gonna do. I think that was one of the best things the lawyers did, was to come at him civilly, just in case. So we gonna see what's going on. We gonna see if they follow up with it, because if they didn't do it civilly, he can always keep that money. So,
right. No, I hopped off. I'm just playing around here. But I absolutely see your point. I see my point. This gives me so much perception on what like systemic racism, systemic racism. You already set these police officers up with these pensions, and you allow them to escape the law. It's like they put you in a corner as a black person, but which, to your point, I really like that what Crump is going after is he wants to sue civil and criminal. So I respected that, and I just want
covering all aspects. You got to cover everything.
Absolutely, cover everything. So y'all, this is Ira Parker, and I believe you still have your YouTube channel. He went hiatus for a minute.
No. Yes, it's that name right there. Y'all see right there. It's under Ira Leonard right there.
Okay, Ira Leonard.
Yeah.
And So that was that. Let me see. So they were saying he can get $50,000 annually, starting when he's 55. So that would at least give him 10 years being in jail or in prison or whatever it's possible. And as far as my understanding. And I don't know when his next bail hearing is. I don't know when that's coming up. I don't know. Maybe he could get house arrest. Who knows? I'm not even sure. But
it's tricky because each state is different. So it's just so tricky about what they're gonna do, and are they gonna make? To me, I would make the police cams. I would make that have them put that out.
Right, the body cam.
Yeah, but the body cam, because you can hear, because to me you can change the intent. That's why I like that first when they came up with the third degree, because see, you can always go up, you can't go down. and the more evidence they have, then you can go up. So like, what if on body cam that he said something that was like where he made himself premeditated? I'm gonna kill, like, I'm gonna kill you, Nick. You know what I mean? If he says that, I mean, I'm just giving. I don't know I don't know for a fact, but that's something that you can like, because that's the difference between first of all, you got to be premeditated and all that stuff like that,
right? And what makes sense on what you're saying with Ahmaud Arbery, we just found out that Rhodey, the guy that had the camera, said that after he shot McMichael shot Ahmaud, what did he say? Fucking nigga. Or nigga, fucking nigger, and he ran over.
That's a hate. Now it's a hate crime.
Right, now it's a hate crime. So all those things, they add up on there. I actually saw Robert Fuller. This is a guy that is 24 years old. He was found hung. I wanted to talk about that and get your views on that. Because what they're saying, the police officials are saying that they don't see any suspicion and don't see any it's suspicion that this was
a hate crime
or something like that. So 24-year-old Robert Fuller,
young black male,
found hanging, young black male. Another one was Malcolm Harsh. I found out that he was 50 miles away from where this man was found. He was another black man hung. All of this took place after the murder of George Floyd. So, realistically, we are protesting. People are looting. I call it war, but they say rioting and protesting, burning up buildings, telling fuck the police. This is a type of behavior that they hate from us. This is what they hate about us, is that we're a strong people, and that we can say, when we say fuck you in your face, it's a different feel.
It's coming from in.
Within. So I think a lot of that, the fact that we are gaining some of their people, the fact that white people all over this world and Asian people understand our struggle and understand they're marching with us, which people have their feelings about that too. Kind of whitewashing the movement too much, but that's something else.
Yes, a lot of people doing that, and not just white people. But go ahead.
Right. So Robert Fuller and Malcolm Harsh was found hung in California. They're saying that this does not look like any evidence of that he was killed, hung by KKK or white supremacists, which is crazy, because this is not a type of suicide that black people do. Period. We don't do that. I don't know. I don't know a black person that hung themselves from a tree.
Nah, nobody gonna do that. Nah.
So what's
maybe somewhere else, maybe some in jail or whatever, but not no tree.
What's your opinion about suicide? Before you go there, what's your opinion? What do you think black people do most when they go to commit suicide?
Some type of, just my opinion, if some type of drugs.
Exactly, that's what I said yesterday. Usually they take pills.
Some type of whatever type of drug you take.
But they don't put themselves under constraint and pain and torment. No, they do it so if they're not that, like, they didn't take too much, you can catch them and you can help. They don't really do the gunshot to the head or the hanging you. But what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say the little bit of details I do know about the young man and the younger man in California that got hung. It was like not that far, like feet wise, from the fire station or something like that. Like if you look, like if you go look at the details of it, it's like right near the fire station. So it's like there should be some type of cameras or something going on. They know something.
You know what was weird? They said it wasn't cameras. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see. I didn't see that.
You want it though, Ira, because you're saying a lot of the key words, which means like the common sense. But they closed the spot. They said there wasn't any cameras in that area. It was under a American flag, and there was also like some type of imprint, some type of landmark imprint script on the ground. I didn't get that part, but it was just really strange, the scene of that.
Yeah, I just found that strange. It was like when I was reading up on it a little bit, and it was just like, okay, the fire stations, like they got I just don't believe that part. That's just me. I don't believe that part. And the thing about it is, it's in Palmdale. Palmdale is right is a suburb right outside of Los Angeles. I've been out there. I've been out there a few times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because what I do, like, you know what I'm saying. I've been out there a few times, so it's not like Palmdale is not like some rural area, like, you know.
It's the suburbs.
It's a suburb outside of Los Angeles.
Okay.
It's kind of like the equivalent of if you're familiar with Philly, you know, it's like saying you live in King of Prussia or
okay.
You know what I mean, it's a suburb. Yeah, it's outside of it. It's not, you know.
Got it.
It's not.
Yeah.
Those areas are nice.
Right.
they have cameras.
And my question is why if they took like prints, what is it, fingerprints? Shouldn't they find something to say that there is no suspicious activity? These people work together.
And I mean, you should be able to see if he did do it. Let's just say he did it himself. You should see somebody got some footage of him walking or something. Right. You know, either way, how you want to flip it, whether somebody did it or they didn't, somebody has they have something. It's something. It's too many. Yeah. There's too many situations that you can pass somebody's house or somebody's ring doorbell or something. I don't know.
I was looking for something like who did he last speak with? Who last saw him? I didn't find anything yet. Maybe the details didn't come out yet.
They can check their phone records because it's a case, so they'll figure that out.
Definitely. Thanks everybody for being in the chat. Hello everybody.
What's going on, everybody?
Again, I have Ira here. We just having a conversation with Black people, so we all are affected by the racism, and it's real. Any one of us can get pulled over. So and
it should hit you. Yeah. Whether you got a kid or not, and especially if you have a young Black child. Absolutely. You got a nephew, you got a cousin, you got an uncle you admire or something. It's you know, and I just feel as though sometimes, and they're ready to test you too. Definitely. People are willing to test you. I mean,
you can always tell it's that tone when they talk to you, their demeanor, how sharp their words are when they talk to you, what you say and where you come. Like you can always kind of sense hate, and how you respond to that can mean everything. So I don't know what you can do, if whether you comply or resist. I think that right now, because of the protest, because we winning, because Black Lives Matter movement is talked about, their people are joining us, everybody's understanding. I think that kind of pisses them off. But I wanted to play the video of Rayshard's lawyer, his family lawyer. We can just listen to that really quick at the school.
All right. I didn't see it, so I want to see it.
Okay. I believe his family's attorney is Chris Stewart. So let me find that. And if you have anything you wanted to say, of course.
Yeah, I want to see this because the more info I got, because I'm like talking out my ass.
Right. Right. I mean, neither. Okay, let me go back here. I love this program, but to me, it's too many steps. I like the other one I use, the other program I use.
Yeah, once you get used to it, it's good.
Right. I like Streamlabs. All right, let me go here.
But I ain't gonna lie, the more I see it, the more pissed off I get.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you know.
I would love to talk about other things, but
that's what it is right now. That's the thing. That's what it is. They could have did so much. And it's like, come on, the training, like the dude. My thing is, he was so drunk. Allegedly, he was so drunk that he was able to fight the other two officers to get off him and run.
Right.
So was he drunk or was he just drinking? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, he was fighting. That man was fighting.
mm-hmm.
What I was a little scared of, and my computer just says not responding, so I'm just waiting. I don't know. You still see me?
I can still see you moving and everything.
I see you. But one thing that scared me a little bit was Trump just said yesterday. Well, I saw yesterday where he said, what did he say? He said he's not going to ban police, but he will. He's going to ban chokeholds unless. And then he went on to describe that some men are very strong, and it takes 2 cops. So looking at what happened with Rayshard, it's like, did that prove Trump's point in a way? Now, I don't side with Trump.
Yeah.
It's not Rayshard. I mean, he did fight him, but I don't believe it's his fault because, like I said,
did he fight him? Did he fight him, or was he scared? Because my thing is this.
That's what I was trying to say.
He like when you look at the footage when it was all tussling on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
when he got up, honestly, if he really wanted to, he could have 2-pieced the cop right there.
Yeah.
He was more so trying to get away. That's why he ran. That's why he ran.
Right.
You know, and I got a couple of friends. It was like, yo, it's like, to answer your question, does it make Trump's point? If that's the narrative you want to go by, yes. But the other narrative is what, like the mayor said in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not the mayor, but they was like on like a little thing on CNN. They was all talking, a couple of black people. It's like, if you're not in shape enough to chase him down,
right,
or learn how to corner him, then that's a lack of training. Because at that point, your life wasn't in danger.
Right. I'm having mad problems. I can't see anything. So I don't know what's going on with this system.
I can see you.
I'm not going to. I never agree with Trump. So that's not what I'm definitely not agreeing with him now. But I was like thinking this is what he's going to go back and say. So see, I told you so. But I can't blame Rayshard because in his mind is, you want to arrest me? That means that I might be the next one, George Floyd. I might be the next Ahmaud. I might be the next one dead. You know, so I gotta get away. I can't let you kill me. I'm drunk too. I've been drinking. And I watched his demeanor a couple times. If I could watch the video, if this thing comes up, if I can watch the video, it was something he was about to say, and it gave me the impression that he was scared. You know, he said, "I feel," and the cop said, "You feel what?" And he went on to keep talking about something else. But I think he was really trying to express that he felt funny and that he felt in danger. That's just
that's when the part of the video where where the young fella was saying that I can leave this car here, I can go walk that way, and stuff like that. Because what the cop wanted him to say is, "Was you drinking?" And he says, "Yes." The cop is trying to corner him when he's asking these questions.
Right.
He's like, "Yes, I drink it, but I only had a few drinks, 1 or 2. What type?" And so that's when the cop was, "What type of drink?" And he's saying he was out somewhere and somebody got him these drinks. He was socially drinking.
Girlfriend. Yeah.
He was socially drinking. And you know what's funny? The reason why I looked at the story more and I just didn't go off it like the first glance is because I remember a couple of times before in my life where I pulled over to the side. I went to a parking lot at a Walmart or something like that because I was coming from a spot and I was like, let me sit in this car for an hour or 2 or something like that.
Right.
Because that's what he was doing. He wasn't driving the car.
Okay. Was he in a drive-through?
I don't know. See, that's what I don't know.
I don't know that. I don't know either.
They said that. Well, see, if he was in the drive-through, then that wouldn't have made sense. Because if he's in the drive-through, you know what he's in the drive-through for. I think he was just like, you know how you got the drive-through and then like cars sitting in the cut. I think some people said somebody could have said like somebody could have went out, took out the trash, and say it's a dude in the parking lot. I don't know.
These people are, oh man, I don't think they mean harm when they call the cops, but you don't gotta call the cops. I worked at Boston Market. You know how many homeless people came in? You don't just call the cops, especially on a black man. To me, it kind of gives me the feeling that you
in the car, you know?
Right. No, he's not in the car. He's not in no danger to you.
Mm-hmm.
And look what happened. I know they should feel guilty. The rest
Yeah,
of them.
and that's why I believe so. It was burning.
Mm-hmm.
It was burning last night.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who set the fire, but you know.
Yeah, they said Wendy's on fire.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this at all. I can't do anything. Can't see you.
Yeah, I can see you. You're on my end. You're moving and everything. Yeah,
you can see me, but I can't see anything.
Oh snap!
So yeah.
But it what it does is it keeps you on your feet, and it keeps you on. Sometimes it's not about being like, you know, we trying to get these same rights as everybody else. And in the perfect world, we should have it. But like, I mean, I'm going to try to prevent everything as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like me yelling at a cop. See, when you were talking about earlier about Trump, about saying you need two. You need two. Is that point?
He was trying to make excuses for when they can use chokeholds, in my opinion.
They're going to use, but see, that's under just the discretion of what fear are you in? Because like at the, you know, two of me or one of you, and I mean one of me and two of you, and you still scared. This is like more than just being a cop. This is like a mental thing.
Right.
You see a brother, you scared. Not, you know, some of them. They're automatically scared. But then when they know they got that authority over you, they're trying to make it. It's basically like kind of antagonizing us.
Mm-hmm. And this is what I'm really irritated with it. Yeah. Why every time these cops come up to a fucking call, it's always white cops with a black man? Like, don't y'all have any black cops? Why are y'all always bringing the white cops to our neighborhoods if you don't fucking like us? It shouldn't even. It's like it's another part of systemic racism. You're purposely sending white cops to go after black. I keep seeing it. Every one of these situations show two white cops or more and one black man. Where are the black cops? They need to step it up, and I think they definitely. And not that you can trust them either, but they understand me more than this one. They can relate to the struggle than these two or these four. What do you think about that?
It's what they should do. What they should do is they gotta like reform this whole department, depending on what area you're in, right? Whatever city you're in, you gotta have more people who grew up in that area or that, you know,
exactly
to be in those, you know, to build a rapport with people. Because at the end of the day, like when people know right from right and wrong from wrong,
right?
You know what I mean? And another thing what's going on is people thinking that people don't want to mess with the police. No, we just saying get your shit right.
Yeah,
that's it.
Right.
Get your shit right. That's all. Just like anything else. Just like anything else.
I believe they have mental issues. I believe that there are real bloodthirsty murderers that's on the police force that hate black people.
It's in that department, yeah.
Low IQ, incompetent sons of bitches. I think everything Trump keeps subliminally, indirectly spewing out on his Twitter and wherever he's at. I think he's a snake. I think he's a very sneaky, slithering snake. And I know that he purposely puts out messages to hateful people. And you got them everywhere. They're FBI agents. They are police officers. They are doctors. They everywhere. I want to see more black leaders in this country. I don't, because he sends these messages out to him. Not too long ago, he tweeted, "When the looting starts, the shooting starts." And what's happened since then? We got men hung. We got Rayshard killed. You know, that don't help.
It need to be everything across the board. Like we need more of us in everything.
Yeah.
But also, you need people who don't look like you to start being just as mad at these things. So, like example, if you're a white guy and you're not trying to be black, you're not claiming to be black or anything like that. Be like, yo, all this stuff is bullshit.
Right.
They got to start calling. They got to start beating the shit out of, or whatever. They got to make. They got to be louder than the Trumps.
Are you referring to who are you referring to as they again, please?
Oh, anybody that's not with the. If you thought George Floyd situation, if you was against that, those people.
As a police officer?
Like a lot of people, I was looking at like a couple of forums or whatever. A lot of people are siding with the police.
Right.
And if you still, and George Floyd stuff is clear as day. And those people, like I'm talking to those people where he's like, you see it. There was no resisting arrest. There wasn't nothing about that. Right. And the first thing they come out their mouth is, well, he has a history. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't get get past that with those type of people. So those type of people, those people I'm talking about, like the white people that's down with the program and everything, they need to start checking those type of people.
Yeah. When
they're not as loud as like there's no one as loud as racists, man. They're the loudest people.
Yeah.
Or even anything that, even if we're not talking about racism, just like if you think anything going on with celebrities, the negative goes. It don't even be a lot of people, but they be the loudest people. So like, I just say for black people, we got to be smarter. And even though sometimes I probably want to beat the crap out of people who don't look like me at the moment, I got to be smart about it. Like, okay.
Right, because there's no self-defense laws. They have systemically said that they can beat the crap out of us. Bitch can spit on us or a 17-year-old and let me punch her in her motherfucking jaw. And I said you can cuss because this is not the time for the politically correct stuff.
Right.
So and it pisses me off that this is a 17-year-old. This is not a dirty little boy. This is a clean young man that's not an ignorant fool. The boy was probably very highly educated, had just good morals and raised right. And she just looked at him like nothing but trash. That bitch was trash. You're a lawyer. You look like a fucking drunk, a maniac, and you do that to that boy. But there's no self-defense laws for us. That's the problem. Nothing protects us. No. You know what I mean? You able to push me around to call the police on me just because I'm working out in a park or ask you to lock
seen that crap.
See, that's what I'm really fed up with. And I was really angry about that. And as I said, it's time to go get a gun. Get you a legal gun if you can. Because this is, and at the same time, you get you a gun. There is no self-defense laws to protect us. So what are we supposed to do? Just let motherfuckers abuse us? Is that what we're supposed to do? Let me know.
It's you don't want it to get not us, like they don't want it to get to that point. But see, we too nice. That's the problem.
Yeah,
we're trying to comply with all this stuff. But if it gets to that point where you have to be like, you know what, I'm protecting myself.
You spit on me if you want to. My fist going straight down your throat, and I promise you that.
Right. I'm not going to allow you to disrespect me no more.
I agree with that.
I'm not going to allow you to disrespect me no more.
Very nasty.
Not.
Ooh,
you're right.
I bust her teeth out her mouth. I would, bitch. Glad I wasn't there. They would have had to lock me up. I'm mad. I'm sorry, Ira. I'm losing it.
But let me ask you a question. But how you feel about, or what do you know about the Candace lady?
Ooh, I want to beat her ass too. What about her? As far as
just as a person, like, are you familiar? Like, were you familiar with her before this?
Yeah, I thought I don't agree with her before like that, but I like the way she gather all her facts. I like how she presents what she has to say. I like that about her. But she lost all my respect because that bitch looks down on black people. It's one thing to know more than a black person and you're black. It's another thing. It's one thing to judge people because of what you know and what you see. And if you are smart and mighty, why don't you use your hand, reach it out? Why don't you teach us? You know about economics, teach us. You know about money, and whatever she calls it, economy. Teach us instead of just tearing us down.
It's funny because I think she went to a HBCU, so that's kind of funny.
She did, and she sued, didn't she? She had a discrimination lawsuit.
Okay. Yes. See, one thing about me is I couldn't deal with her because like if I say something, then it looks like I'm talking down on the sister. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. Like
I am talking down on her.
You get him. Like get him. Get him. Like
I put girl. I dragged her so bad they blocked me from Twitter for 11 hours.
It's just like if you like all these people, including me and you, we see people arguing on the YouTube streets. Like with a man, I go all day, but it's like even if I can come with facts, and if a girl, like I'm not gonna argue with no
right.
dumb person like that because then out of anger, what if I say like because then now my message is messed up because if I sit here saying, oh, this dumbness, this put your bitch on, now I'm like, well, then why are you talking to her that way? I was like, wait a minute, are y'all hearing what she's saying? So that's how I feel about that candidate. Oh, it's like I don't give her, I don't give her no time.
She can stay over there with Trump, and I was gonna show, but my computer froze. He retweeted he replied on June 12th. He said, the other day, Candace has said something and people went in on her. Candace is a beautiful black woman. And I'm not going to get all the words right. I can't see it. But she's a beautiful black woman, actually. I'm going to read what he said. Who called me? Everybody calls when you go live. And then
you don't get a phone call all day.
When you go live. So he basically said at the end, he said, she knows her kind. That's like an insult to her. To me, she knows her kind. So you just insulted her kind, and she's like her kind. She knows what her kind is like, or he said something like that. Here it goes. He said, the beautiful Candace Owens was attacked for saying George Floyd was not a good person. Which, like a real witch, because he can't spell. He wrote, which is true. Mr. Floyd was a menace to the public. Some say the officer did society a favor. This is what Trump said. Some say the officer did society a favor. And Miss Candace is black. She knows her own kind very well. You know what? So it did it. So there's that subliminal bitch ass message he just made.
Yeah,
he's telling them to continue to do what they do because they are out here in society, and it would do society a favor to get rid of any black person with a criminal record or had any charges. Like that shit. That just throws me off. He is Satan.
Yeah, he's one of them clowns too, man.
He is a clown. He is the clown.
You with him, people got to do the right thing. Go out. You know what to do. It's self.
I don't even know who to vote for. I feel like everybody puts up the black vote must be very important because when it's voting time, they always try to target the black people. Oh, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna do that for you.
You know what?
Still got people getting shot up and killed.
You know what? I get it. Like in a fair world, like we know that this is what politicians do. Whether you go with Trump, whether you go with if you're talking about Biden or anybody else, right? They're gonna pander. Just like no different from us going to a job interview. We gonna pander.
Right.
Unless you own your own business. Don't say you didn't go up in there and was doing all that stuff like that.
Right.
You did it. But it's like, okay, look what Trump did in his 4 years. If you say you really sick of this, he already showed his hand. He showed his hand. So Yes, we do have to pick the lesser of the two evils if that's how people feel.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes someone like if you just pick the opposite side, not him, you know that the other side is more political and will do things even if they don't have it in their heart. They will pass the things just to want to be reelected and stuff like that. Like Trump just don't give a he don't give a damn.
Right.
He don't give a damn. So us bringing up people's what Biden did in his past stuff like that. He's an old white dude. He's an older white man. A lot of them did. You know what I'm saying? But at least you could, even if you don't know if you can at least talk to him. Even if he don't change shit, you can't talk to him. You can't talk to Trump.
Yeah, I feel like we need to focus on our local government because that's really who helps our local
the mayors and all that stuff.
Yes, our state, a state attorney, because they decide who goes to jail and this and that. I used to just put anybody Democrat. I'm not doing that anymore. What I hate about Trump, the fact that the only thing my worries are with him is this indirect language he keeps putting out there, which is causing white racist people and white supremacist people to attack black people. That's what I don't like. And it's not so much to me the laws because that's the government, our state government, as far as I know,
they say sometimes that phrase they say you don't play chess, play checkers. Like Trump ain't playing chess. He just playing straight checkers. He's going straight to him. We the ones trying to play chess, talking about okay, let's hold. And this is my opinion. We hold the vote and we do this. And we got to keep people accountable. And I would ask, okay, wow, he's telling everybody. You said something about I used to just go right down the thing and just put Democrat. Let me tell you what they doing. Let me tell you what they doing. They're going right down the thing, putting Republican. So it's like
right.
I'm down with the hold the vote, you know what I'm saying, stuff. But it's like, how far is that going to get us? That's going to get us another 4 years of this dude. To me, that's just just my opinion.
Antichrist, that's it. We at the end. That's all. He is the Antichrist. The only punishment that I see good for him, he keeps multiplying in evil. He'll fall and trip in hell forever. Like I lived 38 years of going through suffering and being happy up and down. But he'll be in there forever. Like, I mean, I know what you're saying, and don't mind me.
Oh, no. We all good.
I felt like I know if there's anybody, I'm definitely not voting for Trump. I want him out of the office, but I also feel like it's how much of a change. I don't know what Joe Biden's gonna really prove to the black community. I'm not hung up on that money that Trump gave us. I didn't even get it, so and I worked. Thank God for that. So,
that didn't really bother me.
Buy my vote. You have done a poor job. He feels like he don't have to show a personality. That it's always business. What do you feel about that? Like
he's about himself or his people, whoever his people is. Ever since he's been there, it's been almost basically 4 years. He's shown his hand. He's disrespected everybody. So if you're not down with him, or you're not down with his whatever he got going on, he gonna show you. He gonna show you who he is. He don't give a damn.
Yeah, he has a problem.
So I don't know. What more do people want to see from this man now? And if you want to see more of him, then to me, you just showed your hand. You already told me who you were. I don't really care too much about the dude.
I can't see him caring about his own people either.
Well, his own people is rich people or people that's like him. Not just rich people, just people like him.
Right.
I
say that because for his rally, you have to sign a form that you don't have to wear a mask, and if you catch coronavirus, you die. He's not responsible. So no one's wearing a mask, which means give me the vote and die later, please. That man, he strikes me as the type of person that was talked down on by his parents, He had a lack of love. He didn't get a lot of attention. He tried to please his mommy and daddy, and they didn't give a fuck because it just comes across that way. You know, enough about that. I'm about to end this live though, Ira. Do you have anything else? Because this computer is like frozen completely. I can't show you us the videos or anything.
Nah, I mean, this was a good thing. We gotta do this again, and then
Yeah, we do.
you know, we gotta do this again. But you know, because guess what? You never know what's happening tonight with all this stuff going on. Mm-hmm. But I just tell everybody out there, y'all be safe, man.
Yeah,
you make the best. If you so happen to fall into any, especially the brothers, you so happen to fall into any situation like that, man, just do what's in your heart, man. Do what you think is best at that time. You know, just get out there alive. Go back to your families, your girl, your wife, whoever you deal with. Just you know, it's bigger than. Don't give them that control. Don't give them a reason. Right. Even though it's like we cannot be doing nothing to us. Just don't give them a reason to say, "Oh, but we thought he was doing this." You know, just. And I know sometimes we can't even help that because sometimes they just be boom, they go off emotion too. But just try the best you can. You know what I'm saying? And also keep on supporting the Spicy Topic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Keep on supporting her. I like her. She's been doing her thing for a long time. And you know, y'all keep on supporting that sister and everything. And then, you know, once all this, hopefully, once all this this bad stuff's happening, we can get into all the little. I ain't gonna say stuff that don't matter, but you know, the little celebrity stuff like that everybody like to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
So you said the key word: follow your heart.
Yeah.
And that's all you can really do. But thank y'all. If you are in the chat, I can't see it. If not, thank you for viewing this video. I definitely will be back to keep everybody updated. Thanks again, Ira. It was fun. And we're going to do this again.
All right.
Okay. Talk to you soon. Later.